Welcome back. I'm Hunter, your code cleric, and this is my Bad Bank React app. As you can see here, this is our homepage. Welcome to Bad Bank. We can return to the homepage anytime by clicking the Bad Bank button in the upper left-hand corner. And let's continue on the nav bar and check out all the pages we have. We start with being able to create a new account, being able to log in with that account, and of course we have the All Data page, which shows us all the existing credentials. Let's go ahead and make some new ones. Here we have create new credentials, and as soon as we start typing, it checks to make sure we have all the fields filled in, otherwise the button is disabled. So we'll start by making Sample Man. Then email address, and it checks to make sure that we actually have a correct email address or a real email address. Email.com. As soon as we get one that's real, it validates. And then our password needs to be more than 8 characters. So let's go ahead and make our password more than 8 characters. There we go. And we'll create our account. Success. We'll check the data page, and yes, there is our new account right there. So let's go ahead and log in using that. Email, we had sample@email.com. And our password, bam, copy and paste it. And there we are. We have successfully logged in. And you can see in our nav bar up at the top, we have some new pages. We can check out our current profile. We can deposit some new funds or withdraw. Let's go ahead and deposit because we start with a balance of 0. We'll go ahead and manifest 100 right out of thin air. And there we are, and we get a nice success message. If we try to deposit a negative number, that's not allowed. And if we try to just deposit money, we have to actually use numbers. So we are validated and making sure that the button is disabled unless you can put in actual money. The withdraw page operates just about the same. If we'd like to withdraw 100, well, there it is. We get a success and our balance has updated. If we withdraw a negative amount, wouldn't that be fun? Negative numbers not allowed. And once again, gibberish is no good either. And you can see after we have made those changes, our current balance is 50. And that also shows up on our all data page showing our current balance. The biggest change I made to this program from the starter code, obviously the way it looks is different. The way the cards are colored and the background picture, that's a big one. But the biggest changes were in how the data was organized and sent to each different page, as well as adding in Formic to keep track of the forms. And I also used popper.js to make the tooltips on the nav bar. One of the biggest challenge in using Popper was dealing with the buttons that don't always show up. As you can see here, I did get them all to work for the profile, deposit, and withdraw page. It does each have tooltips. But if we've logged out, those buttons don't exist. When I first created the code to make those tooltips pop up, because those nav buttons don't exist when it's initialized, the tooltips didn't show up. So I had to troubleshoot a little bit to make sure I could initialize those tooltips even before those buttons existed. So that was a little bit of a challenge. Also, keeping track of where the data is flowing between different pages was a bit of a hassle to wrap my mind around. I can see here, yes, I have my credentials stored in here, but creating a new account, logging in, and keeping track from the deposit and withdraw pages, it was just a little something to have to wrap my mind around. That was an extra challenge. As far as the forms go, I found that using Formic was very helpful in making it simple to validate what I have. For the name, I just have to make sure something is in there. They have to have a name. For the password, making it more than 8 characters. Very helpful to use Formic to just create these forms, just extra simple. Keeping track of the formatting of things like the buttons, whether it's disabled or not. Beautiful, much helpful. I'm glad I didn't start from scratch making those. But as you can see, everything is functional and works, and that is the Bad Bank. No security means costs are low. We pass the savings on to you.